performed 1,200 abortions, including 100 second trimester abortions. And during that time, his little daughter, Heather, was hit by a car when she was 5 years old in front of their house. 2 months before her 6th birthday, Heather died in the ambulance on the way to the hospital in her parents' arms. The death of his daughter led Dr. Levantino to stop performing abortions. Dr. Anthony Levantino is a board-certified OBGYN and former abortionist, and he joins us now. Doctor, thank you so much for being here. Tell us your story, please.
When I graduated from medical school in 1976, I was dedicated pro-choice, and as a gynecologist in training, I learned to do abortions, both first and second trimester. In practice, I performed over 1,200 abortions over a 4.5, almost 5-year period, including 10% of those, about 120 of them were second trimester abortions, up to 24 weeks. And as I said, I was quite dedicated to it. This was a woman's choice, and I was an obstetrician, and I was going to provide that care. On June 23rd, 1984, as you mentioned, my daughter Heather was hit by a car and in front of our home and ultimately died. People watching the program who have children may think they have some idea of what that might be like. If you haven't lost a child yourself, you have no idea. I hope you never find out. But what do you do after a disaster? You bury your child and you try to get back into your life. And I don't remember exactly how long it was after that I was scheduled for my first D&E second trimester abortion. But I showed up at the hospital just like I had over 100 times before, thinking of it as routine. A second trimester D&E abortion is a brutal, inhumane procedure. This is a morning show, so I cannot describe it. But let's just say that they call it dismemberment abortion for a reason. Wow. And I started that abortion and just stared at what I had just pulled out of the uterus. When you do an abortion, you have to, believe it or not, keep inventory. You have to make sure that you get everything. And for the first time in my career, after all those years and all those abortions, I really looked at that pile of body parts on the side of the table. And I didn't see her wonderful right to choose, and I didn't see what a great doctor I was helping her with her problem, and I didn't even see the $800 cash I just made in 15 minutes. All I could see was somebody's son or daughter. And it struck me in that moment that this patient had figuratively, never literally, came to me and said, here's $800, kill my son or daughter. And I was the kind of person who would look her right back in the eye with no hesitation and say, sure, I'll do that.
Pretty powerful. I'm a mother of a little girl, and I look at your little girl, Heather, and think about Hayden. I just can't imagine. Some of these doctors want to do late-term abortions. I can't even picture what that would be like. So what has been the reaction from the public when you decided to give that up?
Well, it was a long, drawn-out process. You know, the initial, my partners were very understanding, because they understood what we had gone through.
Of course.
But as time went by...
Dr. Levantino, I hate to interrupt you. I'm so sorry. We're running out of time. But go see the movie that you're in. You play the abortion doctor in Unplanned.